So, what's going on in the world of animation right now? Mass excitement and jubilation from the Gravity Falls fandom after 10 years of silence. We've been given not just a couple of jokes, but a true treasure trove of content. Bill's book not only revealed numerous details and dependent fragments of the Gravity Falls lore, but it also came with a website filled with secrets. Millions of fans have been scratching their heads over ciphers, codes, anagrams, Easter eggs, and many other puzzles hidden within these two sources. They even sold their souls to Bill Cipher with this written agreement. For almost 2 months, the fandom didn't just come back to life, it was reborn with an incredible force of collective desire to extract something new from a long-beloved franchise that hadn't received any news for so long. But what now? The gigantic surge of fan energy could lead to something completely different. But what exactly? Maybe to the return of not only Gravity Falls, but also of the Owl House and Amphibia. These 3 animated series have long been considered by fans as a part of one universe. Each of them was inspired by Gravity Falls, and they were all worked on by people from the very team that created this masterpiece. But how will this happen? Why is Disney missing the moment again, and what should we expect next? So that's what we'll discuss today, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Now, let's dive into the magical land of fan euphoria and anticipation from new stories from beloved animated series. So where did all this hype begin? A couple of months ago, a sort of trailer for Bill Cipher's book was released. It's no secret that Disney often produces merchandise in the form of books or magazines based on the animated series in the family tree of Gravity Falls. The journals, the spellbook from Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Mabel's journal, and so on. So it's not surprising that this book is remarkable. It's not just an expansion or deepening of lore. After its release, it became clear to everyone that there was something deeper going on here. Tons of ciphers, the revelation of Bill Cipher's past, how he burned his home dimension, Euclidia, and his future involving desperate attempts to escape from prison, an interdimensional asylum for defeated immortal gods and forgotten tonic entities. And that's not all. Through the book, people accessed a website where by interacting with a computer and entering letters, they spent 2 whole months decoding everything found in the book and on the website. Only Gravity Falls fans would be able to tackle such a task, and they, understandably, are fearless. Remember FNAF? It was Gravity Falls fans who found those Easter eggs. Remember Undertale? It was Gravity Falls fans who extracted Gaster from the game code, and I'm absolutely sure of it. And from the side, they received the voices of the lost souls of Bill's deceased parents, echoes of those who perished in Euclidia, a whole bunch of new lore, real scripts for potential episodes, and even a genuine story about how Bill possessed some corpse in Kansas, founded a cult of cipherology, and built a portal using weak-willed crowds until he was burned in a confrontation with the police. Honestly, there's little else that could give fans such a gift. Fans not only received a ton of new and interesting content, albeit not in the form of animated series, but they also actively fought online against these ciphers, which our triangle in a top hat and bow tie sent down from his lofty perch. But what now? As you might guess, the hype has become colossal. The fandom has come to life again, and videos like Gravity Falls is coming back soon have started appearing once more. Yeah, I've been guilty for that myself too. Yeah, but at least I didn't sell my soul to the triangle like some did. And just recently, an unexpected announcement was made. On Twitter, it was announced that 3 beloved Disney franchises, The Owl House, Amphibia, and Gravity Falls, will be returning and uniting. Moreover, these worlds will be combined to give us a final blow to Bill Cipher, and there's a small problem here. In what form is this planned? This news appeared on the Gravity Falls Updates Twitter account. 3 beloved animated franchises will unite through a multiversal stream to stop Bill Cipher. All of this will be done with the assistance of Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls, Matt Braley, the creator of Amphibia, and Dana Terrace, the creator of The Owl House. But here's the catch. It's written that new merchandise will be released, and that's it. This news was enough for people to start buzzing about new seasons, but there was no mention of the seasons. It says new merchandise. And while the word merch seems simple and doesn't claim to be anything special, remember, Bill's book is also merch. The fact that it led to a website with even more content doesn't mean it's not part of the merchandise. Alright, enough with the nitpicking, you might say. Let's just hang out and enjoy. We'll see a new book with comics, lore, and illustrations where Luz is in a Titan form with all her magic, the Pines family is gathered, and Enya, with the power of God, ready to knock Bill in the eye. In short, how will they stop him? But here's the thing. Not many people talk about another small piece of information. The fact is that Disney has nothing to do with this. How can there even be a connection between these shows and in the form of a merchandise without Disney's involvement? And Disney, being a greedy American corporation, is not involved at all. And if that's the case, how can something large-scale be done without Disney? Yeah, as much as we love it, Disney was the one that helped publish Bill's book. They may not have participated in its promotional campaign, but otherwise, Disney did everything that was needed. And yes, it really is like that. Something that should have been done by Disney first and foremost for profit and reputation is being done by the show's creators. This is all a collaboration between the creators, and while we're not talking about copyright issues, the rights to Gravity Falls still belong to Alex Hirsch. Not to the series itself, but to the universe. We've discussed this in other videos, but I didn't think the same situation applied to Amphibia and especially the Owl House. Gravity Falls certainly needs no introduction. We all know and love it. Amphibia is the story of three friends who ended up in an isekai with frogs and ancient technologies, and one of them ended up becoming a goddess. It ended very touchingly, not without a touch of realism. Honestly, Amphibia might not have a happy ending, but among Gravity Falls and the Owl House, its finale is probably the most emotional. As for the Owl House, things turned out sadly. The show was made less adult and dark than its creator Dana wanted, and then it was heavily cut, which forced them to wrap up the plot in a rush, leaving many details unaddressed. Well, we live in such a universe. However, cruel reality doesn't hesitate to strike down cool ideas. After all, this whole idea of collaboration would be impossible without your money. Yes, Alex, Dana, and Matt launched a Kickstarter campaign to raise funds for the production of this mysterious merchandise. Yes, we don't know if there will be any plot or lore elements rather than just cool themed items. We don't know how much it will cost since it's not just a mass product. I'm sure the items will be elite and limited in quantity, and they won't come about without the help of the fanbase. I will leave a link below, but I don't think it will help if you don't have dollars or if you're not in America. And here's the question that's brewing in my mind. How do we even know that there will be something interesting here? What I'm getting at, yes, we've gotten used to thinking of Disney as some kind of a force of evil, and even Bill Cipher next to Mickey Mouse seems less like a demon and more like a cute triangle, but still, it was precisely in the confrontation with Disney that Alex, Dana, and Matt managed to create what you saw and fell in love with. Yes, perhaps they could have done something differently or better, but we'll never know that now. We know what we already love and appreciate. Moreover, personally, I believe they can easily avoid revealing any lore without Disney's assistance. Why I'm saying this? You see how Disney clings to everything to make sequels? The new Phineas and Ferb, Frozen 2, Moana 2, Zootopia 2, and many more. I think Disney is missing a huge opportunity by not doing anything with the Gravity Falls, the Owl House, and Amphibia. And likely discussions about some continuation or new Bill's books are definitely happening behind the scenes. Therefore, they would probably keep cool lore from Dana or Matt for their shows. After all, unlike Hirsch, who fundamentally won't do a third season with Disney, we can't be sure of their opinions completely. In conclusion, I just want to see or get something awesome again. And if this is some kind of an interdimensional book filled with a myriad of codes, lore, and much more, well, isn't that what we need? The only thing that's disappointing is that this entire lineup of shows, there is no Star versus the Forces of Evil. I understand that it has more differences from the other shows, but it's still a series made under the strong influence of Gravity Falls and its fandom. Although obviously, if any news comes out about this, I will jump on it immediately and present it to you on a silver platter. Well, I'll be seeing you in the next one.